Welcome to Biomutant. Disgusting. Biohazard. Just gross. Look at that plastic scrap, just waiting for someone to do something with it. This is no time for sleep. Bangarang! You can do this. Small things for your big ideas. Spot that fixer-upper? Got to be something worthwhile in it. Says that with the world ending, it's hard to know how much time you have left. They used to use gadgets to tell time, but there's an amazing sundial around here, if you want to know what time it really is. Seems to not be sure, but figures it has to be outside, or at least someplace the sun can hit it. Thinks the sundial can't. It's probably out in the open where the sun. You shouldn't try it at night. No sun to dial then. Says you fix that and they can set a thank. Handy. You found Boulder Broke. Toxanol used this place to make big rocks into small ones. They just ground everything down. What's your choice? Dying? Put an end to him. Super effective. Hack and slash. You seem better. The Yerp Fields, where the echo of your actions resounds clearer than any other place you'll find, except for where that's not true. There it is, the Tree of Life, the idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future, a representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. The light's coming back. This one is Bang Shelter 8F. Wonder how long they held out here. E-waste, the stuff you need. It's a cold zone. Even a thick coat of fur is enough to keep you warm here. Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. Could be danger around any corner down here. Out of thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. He promises he'll be there for you. Just come talk. Out of Date says there's a time for everything. Think of the present. If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to... He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey. Out of Date says there's no clear record. He's found evidence on the Ark. Records of a crisis. The contamination disrupted what we now know. He's been told the blight affected everything. It was only those that changed that avoided He understands you are curious. The Ark predates. The Ark has room for 4 more. He'll keep the seats open and you are free. Out of Date says that from what he's heard, he says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news. Out of Date, he says he'll point you in the right direction. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porky-Puff needs to be handled. Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its act. He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to... Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do. He wonders what's on your mind. Wishes you goodbye. Just listen. You might hear something important. Not just from me. The world is awake. This is called suburbia, a place to get away from the city stink. Flash and slash. Ah, some wood scrap. Always happy to find that. Just what you were looking for. Feel your way through. What looks like the fry sparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's a fry sparker mindset. Boom, you got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away. More raw for your crafting. Boom, boom. Bullets everywhere. things lurk in the darkest parts of the underworld. Wild headgear. That's a keeper. Nothing gets past you. A fresh start with fresh scrap. That's sure to be useful. Finding things both here and there. Every leaf is worth your attention. Took care of it. Good parts make for good scrap. Seems like the controls need some organizing to set the mechanism in motion. Excellent. That's illuminating. Broke it down into scrap. Better than nothing.
Coventry Bidwitchen. Coventry Bidwitchen.
Don't forget the past. Learn from it. Those look sharp on you. You have all the bits you need. Well worth the effort. Two fists of slice up.
Coventry Bidwitchen. Coventry Bidwitchen.
Any kind of protection, you take it. The world needs saving. Make the most of the day. That's a good find. That ruin could still be something in it. Bang, bang! Now that's a flesh wound. Slash and dash. That's the good stuff. This ask
Bestilka.
Light instantly banishes dark.
The dark strikes back.
That's not bad.
The shadows are growing longer.
We'll beat them back.
no escaping the rain if you've got to be out. This corner of the world is called Anywhere, which is maybe why Click calls it home. Wonder if Toxanol had a deeper purpose with any of the bang shelters. This one, for example, Shelter 5D. Rito and his bandits make camp here. Take care. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. We all share the same destiny, destruction or survival. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces. He can't tell you much, as he didn't want to hear anything about it. He can't understand how someone could be so vicious, even though he knows there are reasons behind it. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life. He understands why.
Take that light!
So much for the dark.
Get that light out of your eyes. It's blinding.
That's how a bright mind does it.
Light.
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing. Thinks the myriad. But hey, knows yesterday. He can't leave. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide. Out of Date told him the undersurf was the epicenter of the contamination. Let's see. Life is a difficult game, no matter how you play it. Steady there.